DH and I are TTCing on CD number 13, hoping for our soon, almost to our TWW, praying for BFP, not AF. For now, we will just BD our butts off. Baby dust. If you didn't understand that, stay tuned. Okay, so today's video, I will briefly go over a good amount of the lingo that goes along with trying to conceive. So, lingo number 1, TTC. That stands for trying to conceive. The next one is AF. AF stands for Aunt Flo, or your menstrual period. Baby dust. Baby dust is just good wishes going out to everybody. It commonly said at the end of videos or just to anybody is baby dust, all the people who want it. BBT stands for basal body temperature, and that is where you chart your temperature to try to detect ovulation after it has occurred. BCP is birth control pills, something none of us TTCers want to hear. Birth control pills. BD stands for baby dance or intercourse. So everyone likes to baby dance at the proper time, and that's why you would BBT. BFN, something none of us want to hear. Big, fat, negative. Pregnancy test, that is. But what everyone is hoping for is BFP. BFP is big, fat, positive on a pregnancy test. Everyone's keeping their fingers crossed to get that someday. CD. Now, this can also mean other things in other communities, but in this community, it stands for cycle day. So, cycle day number 1 is the first day of a real blood, not spotting, real bleeding of your cycle. And you just keep track of your cycle days. Most people ovulate around cycle day 14. CM stands for cervical mucus. That is the stuff that comes out during your cycle. You're hoping for egg white cervical mucus. That's the stretchy kind, and it's perfect for sperm to swim their way to where they need to be. Alrighty, next is DH, dear husband. DPO, days past ovulation. That's just a fun little number to keep track of, and most people, if you're really antsy, will start to test around DPO 11 or 12, while it's probably best to wait until DPO 14 to 16. FSH, follicle stimulating hormone. This one gets a little more in depth. That is the hormone that acts on the little sacs where eggs are grown in the ovaries. The follicle stimulating hormone says, hey, you need to get growing because you're going to be the one to ovulate. So that just helps the egg grow to maturity to be ovulated. HPT, home pregnancy test. This is something I'm sure most of you guys have in your cabinet right now. IF, infertility. Something that unfortunately a lot of women do have to deal with, including myself. Not so fun, but IF, infertility. LH, luteinizing hormone. So that is the hormone that comes into play after the FSH has gone through. It comes in and says, hey, you need to get ready to burst out of your little bubble and be ovulated. That is also what OPKs look for. OPK stands for Ovulation Predictor Kit. Now, there's a variety of OPKs, but most people I've seen use the internet cheapies, just a tiny thin little strip, and you just dip it in your pee, and then it works just like a home pregnancy test. It'll show 2 dark lines if it's a positive that you're going to ovulate in the next 1 to 2 days. If the line is fainter, then that is considered a negative, where with home pregnancy tests, there's a second line at all, it's a positive. Not so true with OPKs. You're looking for a line just as dark as control. Alrighty, LMP, last menstrual period. That is the date that you type in online so you can look up your due date. LP, luteal phase. Luteal phase is the time after ovulation. So it's from ovulation until either BFP or AF. LPD is luteal phase defect. That's where if someone could have a perfectly normal 28-day cycle, but they don't ovulate until like day 20. That's too late for a good ovulation. So you could ovulate just fine, but that's not enough time for it to get where it needs to go, the sperm to meet up with it, and for it to be fertilized and implant into you before AF tries to come. MC. This is something none of us want to ever have to experience, but unfortunately a lot of women do. MC means miscarriage. Nobody wishes this on their worst enemy, and I've been lucky enough to not have to deal with that. Hugs and kisses out to all those women who have had to experience an MC. NFP. That stands for Natural Family Planning. So that can relate to trying, like TTCing, or else it's where you track ovulation to avoid it, to not get pregnant. And that way you don't have to take a BCP. PCOS. That stands for Polycystic Ovarian Syndrome. That is something that a lot of women actually have. It can be very common. I'm not going to get all into it, but pretty much it's like a hormone imbalance that causes you to not really ovulate. PG, pregnant. That's what everybody wants. RE, reproductive endocrinologist. That pretty much just means a specialist for those women who are TTCing. That would be a doctor you go to, and they would do all your tests and take care of you clear up until the point, well, actually a few weeks into your pregnancy. TWW. This is something that will drive all women crazy who are TTCing. That is the 2-week wait. Anyways, that's everything for today. Please like and subscribe, and leave in the comment if you have any other TTCing lingo that you'd like to add to the list. Thanks. Bye.